Now, if you feel like you need some 50 cal in your life, get yourself a DSHK. Hello everyone, and welcome to day 8 of this Finland vs USSR campaign. We are nearly there. We've got today and then day 9 following this. Today is going to be a shit show, ultimately. This is Dubovka, the very difficult map to attack and defend given its erratic nature. It's all over the place. The terrain is inconsistent. So for this, we are bringing our usual lineup, 2 supply crates, and we've got our 2 scout cars. However, what's different is that I'm using a fresh set of riflemen. I need their clear inventory to lay down mining action because there are so many potential attack vectors and the inconsistency in the urban area. It just makes it really hard to defend. So that's why I need to be efficient with time. So in stage 2, we are bringing 2 sets of engineers, 1 AP miner and 1 AT miner for a change. We're bringing 2 F-22s. These are going to park and bark from a position for any medium to heavy armor that comes our way, although it will likely be medium armor. And then we're bringing 4 40 VKTs. These are excellent all-purpose anti-infantry and light armor disposal units. And then lastly, we're bringing 3 45 mils, which will be hiding in the bushes. There is a potential that I need to partially defend a bigger area, given the nature of this map. And then our 1902 general purpose field cannon, for both armor and infantry, and then a DS-39 for effect. We are also bringing 2 mining vehicles for this one. So, 2 mining vehicles, 2 engineering vehicles to supply enough mines and ammo for the engineers and the riflemen. All right, with that out the way, let's get going. All right, let's spawn in. Let's just have a look at the map. See if we defend here. We can corner camp, plus we're getting a vertical column straight from the enemy. So the attack vectors will overlap, which makes life easier for the mining. And it's unfortunate this tank is here because it blocks quite a nice line of sight. Okay. So I see 3 at least areas to defend. This hilltop here, in the street here, and then here. Okay, I think I know what needs to be done. Let me get the supply here. Maybe we can funnel them off, because this point is, they're going to run straight for the point. I'd like to break that. So let's just line this up, because the AI tends to be pretty dumb in terms of infantry vectors. They'll just run in a straight line from my anecdotal experience. I want to drop some engineers here to set up some fences. Anti-tank miners are going to largely operate on these roads here. More engineers for the left. What I can do here is close this off, at least force them into our cone. More AP miners for the north flank. So on the plus side, there are lots of bunkers and nooks and crannies in this map to hide things. We will set up here. So I'm going to try to close this off and force them to come this way. Another note is that it's cheaper to buy new engineering trucks than to resupply them. So I found that to resupply my engineering truck with ammo and all the rest was a lot more cost effective to just spend, I think it was 50 manpower points to just get a brand new truck. We put the fencing on the opposite side of what we're trying to defend against to avoid the AI from driving over our fencing. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'm going to put one of those cannons up here, the general purpose. they cross that river, I need coverage for that. Okay, this should be all right. They're going to come down this road. They're hopefully going to hit this fence and go through the church. So I'm going to put some mines along here. That is for this point here. So some of the guys are going to spawn and go for point C. That's why I've tried to put a margin on the side of the path so they go this way, which is why I'm going to put mines here. Let's get some mines down. We've got 9 minutes left. This is a good spot because there's a blockage here already. I will resupply the AP mines in a moment. Okay, we've got 4 minutes left. Not much time. So we've got mines on that road. We don't need to mine that road. Aha. This road is completely untouched. We're going to start wrapping this up. Check where all the guns are. Yeah, that's good. We've got a little... Oh, that's too far back. This has to go up. What do we got here? 45. Aim at that. Got a BSTK. Just check. Okay. Can shoot through. That's fine. Okay, deploy. You drive this. Got him. Come on, BSTK. There we go. Okay, Team 1, I need some of you to get in there. Team 2 can get in here. How's your line of sight? All good. Your line of sight? All good. Oh, we've got mining action here. Now this is what I was hoping for. Okay, one of tanks are getting taken out by our mines. Yeah. This is getting absolutely shredded. A little APC that could. It's got 2 layers of mines to get through. Let's see how this turns out. Okay. Didn't turn out well. Are they trying to bring a mortar team? Comes another one. Ah. think we're about to win this. So I don't think they've got much left in the tank. They're busy towing something here. Let's see if we can see what they can see. Oh, we took out a medium tank. Oh, artillery. They brought artillery. Got something here. Oh, they're loading shells. So they've stopped in their tracks. And they're probably going to wait for us to come. So the match is over. And yeah, it's probably shut down. That's why we have Mr. Artillery here to deal with this. Excellent shot. I don't want to lose the equipment, but I want to lose the people. And for this, I think there's just one guy left here. So we'll take him out with a sniper. So I'm going to go away and salvage everything. I think we got quite a bounty today. An 85, which is great, because I haven't researched too far up that tree. And we've got an 122 mil, which we'll probably sell. But I think this is probably a good piece. We've got a T28. Armor not so great, but I'm hoping it will fetch something on the market. If not, it'll be great for just general infantry. So these Soviet tanks tend to be light in armor. They look impressive and they are fun to have, but they generally are thin on the armor. That's sort of where the KV-1 came from. And the KV-1 was supposed to be a 2-turreted advancement to the T-35, but supposedly Stalin tore one of the turrets off and said, just use one turret. We don't need to make it bigger. He said a little bit more than that, but I'll leave that for you to go find out. So anyway, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, and let's have a look at what we got. We've got a 85. I'm quite pleased with this because this will outpace our F-22s unless we spend more research points. And it comes with both APHE and it's even got APHE BC. So it's got ballistic cap and non-ballistic cap AP. So I suppose when the one runs out, you can switch to the other. We got a T28. So, okay, I've switched it off. But if you like DTs, well, you've got 4 of them to play with. So this is great for infantry and just cleaning out infantry positions. A breakthrough tank, I think this is what was envisioned for this. Obviously not so great for going up against real armor because it's only got 50 mils of armor in the front probably and 60. And these turrets are all tend to be quite vulnerable. So these are quite thin, these little turrets here. The bigger turret has probably got the bulk of the armor. Then we've got a BT-5. This was hiding in the fog of war. It did get a shot off at one of our BAFCs and took out 2 of the drivers, but we managed to finish it. And we got another artillery piece. And then I love these guns, DSHK 50 cal. If you feel like you need some 50 cal in your life, get yourself a DSHK if you're playing with the Soviets. It shreds. It's the Soviet, okay, it's not the equivalent, but it feels like the 20 mil ITK of the AA gun. All right, we've only lost 4 units, so I can explain of those. Those were the BAFC taking a hit from the last tank in the fog of war. I knew it was there. I just forgot to switch its auto fire off because I was setting up an 45 mil trap for it and just going to flank it. And then the other 2 were from the the 20 mil ITK VK-T40 sitting in the middle of the village at the choke point. It got hit. I didn't see what hit it, but it lost one of the crew. And then the fourth one I cannot account for. It might have also been the BAFC or the 1907 because I saw it had damage on it. Let's look at the unit performance. All right, I'm going to 21,000%. I can't explain this. I think there's just, I know infantry tend to be a bit wonky with this because they're so cheap. So if they get even marginal kills, they go through the roof. So I'm not going to attempt to try to understand what happened here. So let's stick with oh wow, that's quite an interesting one. the 1902, the cannon that we sat in the sort of a central location, technically in the center of all those attack vectors, it got a lot of kills, including vehicle kills. I wasn't paying attention to it. Quite frankly, I was keeping an eye out for heavy armor, and I was hoping that everything could take care of themselves. Clearly, the 1902 can take care of itself with that performance. The 45 we had hidden in the bush. I'm not too sure which one it was, but it probably was one by the spillover because I had it nicely perched. And then our DS39 also did well. It might have been this pair because they were actually sitting in the a couple of attack vectors. So it was probably this pair that were doing so well. And then the Soviet 45 got a lot of infantry. This might have been the one by the spillover. Then we got a VKT with 173 kills. Wonderful. Oh, and 2 vehicle kills. That's great. Artillery, again, I don't recall hitting 98 units. I switched it. I left it in auto fire, actually. Okay, it could have been doing some work while I wasn't paying attention. And then our BA6 on the flank. We brought this in. This was the one we had in reserve because we lost a BAFC earlier. So, all round, they sent a lot, obviously. But I think this was done very efficiently. I'm glad it went positively. If the flow of the map and the flow of the attack vectors are disjointed in relation to your defensive positions, things can fall apart and these numbers change. These numbers certainly change. And everything went well in this one. Everything flowed well. The defenses on the mines and the barbed wire could have done a little bit better, but everything just flowed quite well. There are missions where things do not flow well and everything is disjointed and it ends up becoming quite a tricky battle, but this went well. So if you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate the views and I appreciate that you watched the whole video, and I do hope that you learned something or saw something interesting. So until next time, thank you very much, and I'll see you again soon. Cheers.